a journey, a rough path. But this has also given us an opportunity to open up and talk about what we don't talk about. IPV, which is intimate partner violence. Right now, a lot of people are scared, but this platform and this specific counseling has hit a soft spot in our community. And now we have people opening up and feeling safe about being weak, being vulnerable. Your mistake that
We come from the court, probation officers, and also the police, and also the prosecution's office, whereby we get so many referrals and get to offer counseling services to those children who are in need of them, together with their caregivers. And we also offer sensitization to the community. This is because for a child who has undergone a case like child defilement or sodomy, you'll find there is so much stigma in the community. So we get to sensitize the community so as to reduce the stigma and to also create their awareness of the importance of counseling skills, which is essential for everyone. I would like to thank you so much for granting us that opportunity. And I have four success stories I would like to share with you. One case is of a 10-year-old boy who was sodomized, and that incident was able to torture him mentally. He isolated himself, he wasn't going to school, and also he had developed suicidal thoughts. But through counseling sessions, which I was able to conduct for him, he was able to acquire emotional healing. And as we speak, he's back in school and is determined becoming a lawyer so that he can be able to advocate for children's rights and also the children who have undergone violence. The second success story I have is of a 16-year-old boy who had involved himself with bad company. He used to abuse drugs, and there was a moment whereby he was about be to be killed by mob justice, but the police came here on time to save him. This is because he had stolen some items from a shop, and the case was referred to us. We were able to offer psychosocial support through counseling sessions. And as we speak, the boy is in Form 2 in a school in Nakuru. He got a grade A in his end of term exams and is determined to become an engineer. The other success story is of a 5-year-old who was defied by a neighbor who is a 40-year-old man. The girl, because of that horrific incident, she had developed low self-esteem. She was also scared. So the first session was a bit challenging, but then after many sessions, the child was able to open up. She was also able to acquire emotional healing and overcome the trauma she had experienced. And right now, her career is to become a policewoman so that she can be able to arrest perpetrators.
Thank you.
So
The fourth one we
so
shall
much.
hear behind the tent. Asante sana, a hand of a clap to Salome. Thank you very, very much for those beautiful stories. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you once again. My name is Prudence Kombe, and I work for Kilifi County Ministry of Health. I am the GBV, Gender-Based Violence, and Adolescent and Youth for Sexual Reproductive Health focal person, Malindi Sub-County. And I can testify that this training has really, really done a lot for me as a person and for our organization and even the community. If I start with myself, I was not able to speak for myself. I used to love my work and do a lot of things in the GBV department, but myself, I came to realize that it was a coping mechanism because I had been abused 30 years ago and I had not talked to anyone about the abuse. And because of the sessions that we had, I was able to speak out. I can even remember, even my mom who gave birth to me did not hear the story, and even she died. She did not know that I was abused. Even my family members came to learn about it, and they were so amazed that I was abused and I was not able to speak up. But I was able to come out of that shell and box, and I'm able even to help others who undergo the situation, the same one that I passed through. As a person, I have been helped so much. There were so many things that I was not able to do. I also came to be self-aware, and I am now able to face any giant that is before me. As a person, I want to thank the Finland organization and even the Dignity Kids. We also have equipment like in the hospital. We have speculums, but for the girls, we didn't have speculum for small girls. When you look for a speculum, you just give it the big size, and sometimes we miss to get the forensic evidence just because we don't have the right gadget to collect it. So Finland organization has really helped us to give us the correct sizes of the equipment that we need. Like I can give an example of the speculum and even the sanitary towels. The girls were coming and they've been abused. Maybe they are in their menses and they need to use the sanitary towels. You just go and ask from the stores, you're given the big maternity sanitary towel. So for Finland organization, they have really helped us. We also didn't have things like the gadgets to collect forensic evidence, the swabs, the containers, even the containers to store the forensic and the DNA evidence. We really appreciate Finland organization in collaboration with the Minister of Health, Kilifi County, have really helped us to get such equipment and so many.
Of who I am, I've known who I am. I can now handle my issues properly than before. Now back in school, I'm dealing with adolescents. These are people who are very energetic, people who believe that this world is theirs and nobody should take it away from them. Now this program is going to help me handle those boys and girls from where I teach. These boys and girls are affected with so many issues. For example, we are dealing with the use of drugs in schools. So common. The other issues are post-traumatic stress disorders. Many of our students suffer from those PTSD. A child comes in the morning, it's 8 a.m. in the morning, the child is asleep in class. Then, if you are not trained in this program, you will condemn this child. You will even send the child out of the class. But now, as a counselor, I know that one is my client. I have to know, why is this child sleeping at 8 a.m. in class? There must be a problem with this child, probably from home or in school. And so we have been equipped with the skills and techniques to handle such children. And I want to thank this program because from April when we started the program, when I went back to my school, the students started having a lot of confidence in us. They started giving us their issues, coming to share their stories with us, and for sure, we have been helping them. Some even had suicidal thoughts, wanting to commit suicide. But from the counselings we have done to them, they have abandoned those things and they are now doing well in their classes. Now, to our sponsors, I want to request you that please, this program should not end here. I want to request you that we go a mile. In our schools, we are only, like in my school now, I'm only the one trained for this program. I'm handling 1,300 students. One counselor against 1,300 students. For sure, I cannot manage alone. I want to urge you and request you to train as many other teachers as possible so that together we can be able to help our children. May God bless you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that very good story and the impact.
Good morning once more.
I'd like to thank Kenya Finland for the training. My transformational journey has hope in seeing people change and recover has become my purpose in life. Ever since I came out of the rehab since 2011, my work was like going to help others who are struggling also to get out of the drug abuse. I have a success story for now, like 250 guys that I've been talking to using my real life experience, talking to them and maybe referring them to rehabilitation centers national level, at the national level. And then it reached a point that I needed some more theory because I was using my real life experience. So I started getting an international courses.
Millennials mpo. I know most of us have smartphones. Sawa sawa. I want us to tweet. Tuingie huko kwa X. Wenye ambao tuna akaunti za X, tuingie huko kwa X. We want to ensure the world knows about this program today. Sawa sawa. Ingieni kwa X, tuna tweet huko. We have hashtag number 1. Hashtag number 1 tutembee pamoja. Sawa sawa. Hashtag number 2 end GBV. Sawa sawa. Hashtag number 3 Kenya Finland bilateral program. Sawa sawa. So tuingie kwa tweet, let us the one to tushangaze dunia kwamba something we've been told 527 graduates. Si ni kitu ya kusherehekea hiyo? Yes, and personally, and this is a sort of testimony. I was not in this program. Sikupitia haya mafunzo, but let me tell you, I have over 100 people I know who are counselors today here.
And then judiciary 6, and gender officers 18, and of great importance, the community. Those are the healthy volunteers and so on, what we call the community gatekeepers. You know, the other categories are what we call duty bearers. But the community gatekeepers, we have earned 301 uko mashinani, having been trained. And sometimes we may ask, why is the government taking us through these programs? We know of sustainable development goals. We know of the economic agendas that Kenya is a country. We have the bottom-up economic transformation agenda. We are aware of Vision 2030. We cannot achieve as a country these development agendas if we do not have a healthy nation, a healthy population that is psychologically fit, population that is free from drug and substance abuse, population that does not beat their wives and daughters and so on, population that moves together in a cohesive manner, a peaceful and a secure population. And there is a very close nexus or correlation between these training programs and the development agenda of our country. Because when we take through members of the community, our population, through these trainings, such that they can cancel each other, such that they can respect each other, such that we are free from drug and substance abuse, such that we do not have gender-based violence issues, we will have a healthy population that can work and produce for economic development of the country. And that is where we draw the nexus, that's where we draw the correlation. In all these issues, we cannot leave the security sector, we cannot leave them aside, because after all is said and done, and we have been trained, and we will go there and work and impact on this knowledge, but some of the aspects will have that security bearing, and that's why we have the security sector here. We have the county police commander, and you realize that hata sisi tunajua Mungu, uliona kuombea. You can just stand, maybe you will not have time to talk, but wait, that is the county security, the county police commander, Kilifi. Zile zingine mnasema za kuua wanadada wetu na nini, najua anashughulikia.
We also have the police commander who has stepped out a bit because of some other engagements.
The carer of the citizen of this county. I stand here affirming that this program is a baby born into his vision, and I'm proud that as a CCM for Health, I have benefited immensely from the trainings since 59 care providers from my department went through this training, besides the over 400 others trained under the Kenya-Finland program. We have seen a growing uptake of counseling services in the country, underscoring the importance of this program and the way it has created in the communities. To the grassroots, when you took up this challenge to become champions in counseling, you took up a challenge to treat the sick just like any medic, to celebrate your hard work, your resilience, and your unwavering commitment to learning and growing in a field that is essential to the well-being of our society, more so to the survivors of gender-based violence. The skills you have gained shall enable you to provide care, support, and healing to the individuals who need it most. You are now equipped with the tools to help others navigate their mental health struggles, provide guidance, and contribute to the building stronger, healthier communities in our area. And this adds to our workforce in the health sector. While the program boasts strong roots in gender, the importance of mental health cannot be overstated. It is fundamental to the overall health and well-being of every individual, and it plays a central role in the success and development of our society as a whole. The synergy in the departments of passions of yourself. This program would not have been possible without their dedication, and we are deeply grateful for their commitment to shaping the next generation of mental health professionals. To the graduate, I encourage you to never to stop learning. The field of counseling and mental health is ever evolving, and it is important for you to stay up to date with new research, new approaches, and emerging challenges. As you embark on your professional journey, remember that your work is not just a job, but a calling. You are the ones who will provide a listening ear, a compassionate heart, and a guiding hand to those who need it. Your work has the power to change lives, to heal, to build hope, and to create communities, your communities and beyond. The work you do will not only transform lives, but will also contribute to building a healthier, more resilient society. Thank you, and I wish you all the best in your future endeavors. And again, thank you and congratulations, graduates. Thank you.
Okay, asante sana waziri, makofi mazuri.
I'm here as the CCM for Land Energy, Housing, Physical Planning and Urban Development. My good name is Jane Maiki Kamto. And before I read His Excellency's speech, I want to say I'm a gender in existence. So let me give a small remark both in English and our national anthem, asking our visitors to allow that. Watu wetu wa Kilifi hamjambo? Hamjambo. Tumeambiwa nikisema Kilifi hoye mnasema nini? Utembere hamwenga, si ndio? Nataka kusema hivi kwamba dhulma za kijinsia si mila, si desturi, wala si dini. Na lile kovu kama watu wa Kilifi, tukiwa tunasema si kovu la kutuangusha, bali ni kovu la kutujenga. Na tunataka kusema kisichokuua kinakupa nguvu zaidi, watu wa Kilifi. And now let me take this opportunity to translate briefly what I said to our visitors. We are seeing gender-based violence. It's not a tradition, it's not a culture, neither is it a religion. And the scar that we have incurred as Kilifians from this particular issue, let it not destroy us. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. His Excellency the Governor speaks. Gideon Maitha Mungaro. the Ambassador Finland of Kenya, Ambassador Pirka Sapiola, the Head of Cooperation Finland Embassy, Anu Alarantala, Delegate Gender Focal Person Mita Manek, Director, State Department for Gender Phoebe Makungu, County Police Commander Joseph Ongoya, Deputy County Commissioner Samuel Mwinde, CCM Health, my colleague, and other CCM members in absentia, chief officers present, all partners and colleagues who are here. A very good morning to you all and warm welcome to Kilifi County. Today is a day of immense pride and celebration as we witness the graduation of exceptional men and women who have shown unwavering commitment to this noble cause. I extend my heartfelt congratulations on this remarkable achievement. Allow me to express profound gratitude with a salute to the government of Finland for their generous partnership through the Kenya-Finland bilateral program. This collaboration, it has brought us here today to celebrate. And as much as we are celebrating, we are also saying it's a healing process. In addition of these highly trained counselors to our county's service delivery framework, together we began this journey with hope, and now seeing the significant number of skilled duty bearers graduating, we are reminded of the power of collective efforts. A special toast, which I wish I had one to do the toasting, to the steering committee, the program management team, the state and county departments, the trainers, and above all, our graduating classes. Your dedication, it has brought us to this commemorable day. Congratulations. As the county government of Kilifi, we remain steadfast in our commitment to enhancing service delivery across all sectors. Most importantly, we are taking deliberate steps to eliminate gender-based violence in our communities. We are deeply grateful to all our partners, including whose collaborative efforts have culminated in a comprehensive gender-based violence policy, a crucial roadmap towards a safer, violence-free country of Kilifi. The next step is to legislate. It's the soonest possible. It is on the pipeline, so that it can be reference of choice in the fight against GBV. Recognizing the challenges faced by survivors of violence, we are committed to creating safe spaces across the county. And I repeat, safe spaces across the county. This program. Your role in our school is invaluable. You are trusted mentors, and your enhanced skills will greatly impact the lives of our students, especially in addressing issues like teen pregnancies and GBV through preventive and responsive counsel measures. Including our other members, the state officers, police officers have also completed this training, which reinforces our shared goal of survivor-centered service delivery. Let these new skills restore dignity and instill confidence, boost self-esteem in those who seek our help during their most vulnerable moments. So should this be experienced among our health providers, the community health promoters, probation officers, and everyone who went through these trainings. Closing remarks, may your journey be guided by compassion and the resolve to make a difference. May you bring hope to those in need and serve with excellency. Congratulations once again to all our graduates, and may the God bless you. Mungu awazidishie hongera sana. God bless Kilifi. Thank you so much. Let me take this opportunity to invite
substance abuse training
leadership training, transformative parenting, mediation, and community policing trainings. The mix of interventions in capacity building, targeting supervisors and supervisees at the different levels and in different sectors is a strategy that has introduced new ways of working that is unique. The program also has equipped gender-based violence recovery centers in selected facilities with the emergency supplies for evidence collection and processing, survivor dignity packs, and reporting tools which are instrumental in facilitating timely interventions for survivors across the country. Ladies and gentlemen, as I conclude, allow me to take this chance to express my sincere gratitude to the Finnish government for their support and partnering with us in the campaign to end gender-based violence and harmful practices in the country. Much appreciation goes to the governor and the county government of Kilifi for accepting to be one of the 3 program counties working closely with the State Department for Gender and Affirmative Action in implementing the unique interventions that have changed the approach towards GBV prevention. I believe that these strategies will be sustained so that Kilifi will become a learning hub for elimination of gender-based violence in our communities. Asanteni sana na Mungu awabariki.
Yes, I think we went from morning to afternoon with our previous speaker. Esteemed distinguished representatives of the central government and the county government, first and foremost, dear graduates, ladies and gentlemen, I am so delighted to be here today to attend this graduation ceremony of trained service providers under the Kenya-Finland bilateral program on strengthening the prevention and response to gender-based violence. Now, for me, being in Kilifi is particularly important because, and this program is particularly important, because it was one which we really launched just after I had arrived a bit over 3 years ago in this beautiful country. And coming to the launch of the program in Kilifi was one of the things I really wanted to do. But something happened at the last moment, and unfortunately, I had to cancel my participation a few days before. I did go to Bungoma, I did go to Samburu, but I had made a commitment to myself that for the closing of the program phase in Kilifi, I would be there. So I am here. Now, this is also a very timely event as we celebrate the 16 days of activism against gender-based violence. This year's campaign highlights the urgency of action, and the figures highlight the urgency of action. According to UN Women, every 10 minutes, partners and family members have killed a woman or a girl intentionally in 2023. It breaks my heart to hear that here in Kilifi, just in the last month, 5 women have died as a result of femicide. 2 of them are yet to be buried. While we mark their memory, we need to be strong in making a commitment to end femicide in Kenya. The figures here as well are very worrying. There has been a surge in femicides as of late. There were 97 cases reported only in the last 3 months, according to the Kenyan Police Force. The femicide cases illustrate the need to take the work to end GBV to a completely different level. And we support the government of Kenya in this campaign, and we urge the government of Kenya to put resources into this campaign and do it more. Now, for Finland, for my is a priority both domestically and in our foreign and security policy, as well as in our combined trade and development policy. We believe societies which benefit from 100%, not 50%, are societies which do better, where there are opportunities for growth for women, girls, where there is a prospect on the way forward. Our joint Kenya-Finland bilateral program started about 3 years ago, as I mentioned, just after I had arrived, and it has aimed at addressing gaps in the coordination and capacity of GBV response. Now, it also has wanted to engage key actors in the prevention work, and we really have wanted to create a systemic change and work with the existing formal and informal structures. Now, I think we've been quite successful. The example of the Mount Elgon elders was just marked. That is really engaging very, very important groups. And let me, as this program is coming to an end, also to here already pay tribute to Michelle L., our Chief Technical Advisor, for the leadership she has shown, because you have really done, Michelle, an enormous job. Now, why Kilifi? I mean, we had selected 3 counties to work in. Now, Kilifi was selected because of the high statistics of GBV and teenage pregnancies. And unfortunately, the figures I just cited tell us a very sad story about the challenges still ahead. But Kilifi was also chosen because there is political will here to change the situation. And let me thank you, thank the leadership of the county for the close collaboration. One of the major gaps in GBV response has been the lack of skilled counsellors to provide psychological support to the survivors. Now, this is why the program decided to partner up with institutions providing certified trainings in counselling, namely the Kenya Association of Professional Counsellors and the Amani Counselling Centre and Training Institute. We really wanted to avoid a touch-and-go approach, but really to offer something better. And you're really an example of that. Something where you would have a substantial certificate training, and that these training, that you would have professional counsellors available in Kenya. And thank you, KAPC and the Amani Centre, for your collaboration. We then enrolled hundreds of legal and moral duty bearers, as well as survivors themselves, into counselling trainings. In addition, certified trainings to service providers were offered in dealing with alcohol, drugs, and substance abuse. These are often key, significant contributors to domestic violence, both in Kenya, but I have to say also in my own country, so I'm not going to say that we are problem-free ourselves either. Now, in total, 561 service providers have gained certificate training in counselling for drugs and substance abuse help in Kilifi. It's fantastic to see so many of you here. But even more than that, I have to say I was really touched listening to the panel here, listening to your stories, listening to what you are doing. Asante, thank you for the enormous work you're doing. Let's give you all a round of applause. Now, you as graduates will have a key role in making a change, in providing essential services to survivors of physical and psychological violence. And please don't underestimate the importance of the psychological violence. Rape, defilement, and FGM, and other forms of gender-based violence. Please put your newly gained skills into really good use in your respective positions. And when I was listening to these professionals here, I'm pretty confident you actually will. The county will include you in the service directory for easy reference. But also make use of the fact that you have studied together, that you have worked together, because you need a network. You need friends to call. You need relations which you have created during the training as alumni, as this will further facilitate referrals and connections between different sectors. And also in psychology, always need to have somebody to talk to when things get tough. So just picking up the phone and saying, look, I have this kind of a case, how would you deal with it? That will get you very, very far. This will turn help into coordination and collaboration, but it will also turn it into a support mechanism for all of you in your very, very important work. Now, ultimately, of course, our aim is to provide better quality and timely services for survivors, but also to prevent GBV from happening. In your duties as responders, you see the scars of violence in the survivors. Please also see yourselves as advocates to eliminate this violence and use your experiences in communities, in the county, in families, in preventive work. Now, here comes the slightly more complicated matter. Development partners, and Finland among them, is only there to inject resources and provide technical assistance for a limited period of time. And I very often hear as well, I heard today, the program must continue. I agree, but the program has to become national and budget-driven and national resource-driven to continue. This is why you get capacity. It is really important from a sustainability point of view to work with the existing structures, such as the Gender Support Working Groups, to make sure that the work can be carried forward, and please do budget this in. This does make a change. You have made really commendable commitments as the Republic of Kenya to end GBV and FGM. You have a clear roadmap how to reach there by 2026. This roadmap needs to be walked through, not just talked through. However, and as I said, without significant resources, this will only remain good intentions. I'm not going to repeat what I just said, but please keep that in mind, and please, central government, and the Corporate Treasury, keep that in mind. Now, as said, I'm very proud to be here. I commend you as graduates, I commend the authorities. A society where the rights of women and girls are protected is a better society. It's one which pays off in so many levels. And I think that it is important to have a conversation of what the lack of those protections means to societies as a whole. Now, with this, congratulations to all graduates today. I think you can be very proud of yourselves. And when I listen to these people, that each and every one of you are as formidable, you can really be proud. And I'm very proud that we have been part of this. Asante sana.
Are you ready? Chini. Okay. Thank you, DJ. Pule. All right.
The Chief Technical Advisor, kindly also join so that we can be able to award our class. So KMC, Court 1, take it over.
Thank you. One of the other trainers is going to take over.
Thank you. Mboze Abdalla.
Hongera Mboze Abdalla. Tunaambiwa hiki ni kitengo cha wale ndugu zetu walio na ulemavu, nao pia wamewezeshwa wakaweze kupeana ushauri na saha kwa wenzi wao
Selina Karisa.
Community kwa ujumla.
Selina Karisa.
Hongera sana.
Ya Catherine Murongo Gidani.
Hongera Catherine. Of the teachers remaining, tafadhali that cohort of the teachers remaining, Johnny msimame hapa ndo tufanye.